Hello watchers of YouTube. If you haven't noticed, I've gotten a little bit better lighting going on and I'm very excited to be filming some more videos. I think today's video is just going to be a get ready with me. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't have anywhere I'm going in particular. I'm just having fun and doing some makeup and stuff. So yeah, if you wanna get ready with me today, just keep watching. If you don't know, it is National Coffee Day. Oh god, it's too hot. Never mind. I was trying to be cute, didn't work out. Okay, we'll save that for later. First, I'm gonna go in with my concealer for my lids to prime. I'm going in with Colourpop's No-Filter concealer, and this one is in Fair 5 because I'm light as. Yeah, you're not gonna play nice? You're not gonna play nice today? There you go. That's what I'm using. And just put that all over. And blend that out with my little sponge. To be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. I just got these lights in, and when I was doing my makeup, like a trial run with the lights on, it's kind of hard to see how well I'm blending out the shadows, and it ended up looking really bad, so wish me luck. Alright, going in with my RCMA No Color Powder. I ended up, because the sifter in that thing is horrible. It's like a seasoning bottle. I ended up emptying this Bare Minerals blush and just put it in there. It's a little bit easier to use. And I'm just going to use this to set the entirety of my lid. And get this little creases out first. As always, I will be doing my eyebrows now with NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Espresso. Probably not going to focus on that either, of course not. There you go. And builds the brow. It's the best I'm gonna get. Okay, I have no idea what I want to do. I got some new shadows in. I put all of my single shadows in this Makeup Forever little carrier thing. Okay. So these are all of my single shadows, and I don't really know what I want to do today. I really want to work with this guy. Eye green. I'm probably gonna do something super basic and fall. I'm so sorry. First I'm going in with Paper Tiger by Colourpop. It's a very pretty mustardy color. And I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild blending brush. Dirty, don't judge me. And put that in proof. Oh, I need to wash my brushes all over again. To give it a nice yellow dead leaf vibe, I'm going in with Tiki by Colourpop with this ItCosmetics number 12 brush. Generic fluffy brush, gets the job done. Putting that kind of where I put the Paper Tiger color, but a little bit higher up. See, this looks so choppy and like I don't know what it is. Is it me? Do I just not know how to do this anymore? Have I always been this bad and it's just good lighting is bringing out the shitter in it? I don't know. I'm gonna stop though. Now going in with this new shadow I got recently. It's from Nabla Cosmetics and it's called Radikal. I'm gonna get a new name. It's called Radikal and it's this really pretty forced olive green color. Very pretty. And I don't know how to pronounce this. Chikahodo. It's the GSN10 brush, and it's like that. It's kind of tapered. You can see it's really nice for placing and blending. And just pack them out on there and going into the crease with this. Kind of bring it down to that outer V too.
Sure as hell hope this is looking better on camera than it is in person.
I'm going back in with Paper Tiger and blending over top of the green I just put down. Alright, I'm going to use the same ItCosmetics 12 brush that I was using before, and I'm going in with Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie because it always ends up saving the day when it comes to unblendednesses. I'm just gently going over where all of these colors meet together. Going back in with Radikal, that forced olive green color, and I'm going to be reapplying that just gently where I had it before. I'm going to mix these two guys together and try and fix what I have going on in the crease. I'm not liking what's going on right now. Okay, that's a little bit better. I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill palette because it's so beautiful. Taking my new favorite brush in the whole entire world. It's a Wayne Goss 19 brush. But it is perfect for getting in that crease and depositing pigment right where you want it and nowhere else. So in the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm taking Enchanted. That guy right there. And I'm gonna mix that with Radikal and focus that in the outer V. And go back in with this Wet n Wild brush and just kind of blend it. I need a little bit more. Blend every step of the way. Now going back in with that Enchanted color and just by itself putting it where I put it before, just to darken that up a little bit. Make it super smoky. And wiping off any excess powder on the brush, on just whatever you can find, shirt, pants, towel, just to get any pigment off of it. I'm gonna kind of blend in between all of these colors because you can see where that dark color stops and the blend kind of is just too sharp there. So I'm going to be going in and just cleaning that up a little bit. And sometimes you will need to go back in with lighter colors to clean it up a little bit more too. So again, I'm gonna go in with Paper Tiger and Tiki. Again, I'm going in with these two just mixed together. And with a very light hand, I'm just kind of blending the outer edges. Now I think what I want to do now is something a little bit different from what I do normally. Usually I just pop some glitter or gold where there's no color in there. But I think I'm going to go in with Cannonball by Colourpop. I think that'd be really pretty across the lid. But first, coffee. And concealer to do kind of a half cut crease in this area. And this is Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. And I'm just carving that out. Stopping about where the pupil starts. A good tip for people who have hooded lids, if you want to do a cut crease, start with concealer, or not start with, but put concealer on your lids and just etch out a line where you think you want it to end, and then just look up or blink, and it's going to leave a crisp line of where you know that the color is going to be showing. And I'm just kind of tapering that out. And going in with that orange. And you might need a smaller brush to get in the very edges. We're going to go in a second and blend these two colors together. I'm just going to take care of the other eye. I'm going in with Radikal again by Nabla Cosmetics. And I'm going to try and find a nice blend between the orange and the green. And then just touch up the orange. So I do expect to go back and forth with these two colors. Unfortunately, just because something is pigmented doesn't mean that it's going to adhere to your lids as well as you want it to. I think that might be good enough. Going back in with my Wayne Goss brush. Yeah. Going back in with my Wayne Goss brush. Wiping off any excess that I had of that dark green color. I'm going in with the lighter green color, the Radikal color, and just very carefully put that in between the orange and that pukey green color we have going on in the crease. And this is going to help the shape of the orange too because they're completely uneven. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. brush I think it's just, yeah, it's called the e.l.f. Crease Brush. And going in with Paper Tiger. This color. Just putting that right in this area to clean up that color a little bit. Just in case things got out of hand with that little green color. And just anywhere you feel like needs some more help. Here's where I go back and forth and just kind of perfect the blend in between the crease color and the lid color and the transition color. I'm a big perfectionist and I won't stop blending until I'm happy with it. So yeah, that's all we do. This wouldn't be so hard if I wasn't one of the people that just goes in ham with all the pigment that I can get on the brush. So if you're the type of person who wants to take your time with her shadows, I guess it would turn out better, but I like a challenge, I guess. Alright, I think for my final touches, I'm going back in with that Enchanted color from the Jaclyn palette. That one. And with my e.l.f. brush, because it's there, to the outer corner again, and just using patting motions. Now I just mixed Radikal and that Enchanted color to get a nice little mixture, just so I don't get too carried away with just the darker color. Do a final little sweep through. Going in with my Ardency Inn eyeliner, it's just a black eyeliner. You know what black liner looks like, whatever. And tight lining, look away if this creeps you out. And I'll be going in with my huge NYX black liner, the matte one. Don't want no glossy liner, girl. I'm hoping this doesn't ruin the whole entire look. Do I do a wing? I'm gonna do a wing. Well, that looks like complete crap. Always gotta be one bad item, mess it up. Here we're going in with this little Bioderma sample size. It's just not gonna focus, it's fine. And a pointed little Q-tip guy. And fix that right up. Good as new. Okay. We're just gonna pause on the eyes and start on that face, girlfriend. That's what we're gonna do. But first, whip out your stereotypical YouTuber ears. In that hair back. Here we go. Lately, I've been using these little facial serums that I've been really liking. There's one other that I use that's in a pink bottle that's been clearing out my skin tremendously. I'll leave it in the description box below, but these are the ones that I keep on my vanity. They're the Glow and the Hydrate ones. These are from VALJEAN Labs. I honestly got them at Marshall's. They were like $4.99. and I always use both of them to prime under my primer, so kind of like skincare. And that looks suspicious, but we're just gonna go with it. Alright, I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite product that I've been using for a few weeks now. I actually got this in a little influencers box. It's the Origins Original Skin Matte Moisturizer. It is wonderful. When I first got it, I was only using it at night and I didn't really understand what it was doing. It kind of just, I mean, it made my skin soft, but it didn't moisturize or do enough. That's when I read the little card that came with my little box. It suggested using it under makeup as a primer. And I've been obsessed, like absolutely obsessed with it. My skin, I mean, you'll see, but when I put foundation on and set, it's just like poreless and beautiful and even, and I'm obsessed. Just kind of dollop that everywhere. And I really like to focus this right under my eyes, a T-zone where the pores are the worst. For foundation, my favorite little mixture has been the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation, but being as this is too dark for me, what's new? I'm mixing it with Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. I still think that combination's a little bit too dark, so sometimes I'll pump in a little bit of the Dreamtone Manic Panic foundation. It's just white foundation. And it's still a little bit too dark, but I'll just wear my hair down. Or just not go outside. I'm gonna be using this wonderful Morphe brush. It came in, I got it off Outlook in a little bundle of brushes. It came with these 3 brushes, as well as like a literal miniature version of them. But this is what I use to apply foundation with. A nice little buffer brush. That looks okay, but I do like to go in with a second layer. And this time I use a wet sponge. I feel like this really evens out any streaks that are left behind by the brush. For concealer, I've been a little bit on the high maintenance side. I actually learned this trick from Jaclyn. She will go in with a concealer and kind of let that set a little bit, and then go in with a little bit more moisturizing concealer on top, just a little bit, and blend it out. The results are beautiful. So since this one kind of darkens like immediately, I'm gonna be going in with this because my other one is very bright. So this is the Colourpop No-Filter concealer. And I will just blend out the edges. Other than that, just gonna let it sit a little bit. Finish off this coffee. Now I'm going in with Tarte Shape Tape. possibly trying to do it sparsely, but with Shape Tape, you know, it's very hard to get a little bit of product on your skin. And you can kind of tell how much lighter that is compared to the Colourpop concealer. Now, going in and blending that out. That is some full coverage stuff right there. I'm gonna let that set into my skin a little bit. I'm going in with, I think this is a Real Techniques sponge. It's kind of, it's flat on both sides. The sides are, this side is a little bit shorter. It's got the bouncy end. I only really use it for this shorter side, and I'll just go in with my RCMA No Color Powder straight in there. And I've just been setting my eyes that way. I guess it's baking. I don't really do like an excessive amount of powder. I've been using a mixture of 2 powders. Oh my god, I'm so high maintenance. Whatever. I love this powder. It's the ItCosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination powder. I guess it's considered, are you gonna focus? There you go. I guess it's considered an actual foundation powder, but it's too dark for me. It's just like, it turns out straight up tan, like 2 shades not pale enough for me, and I mix that with the Stay Matte powder because that brings down the darkness of that powder a little bit. I'm setting the rest of my face. And I'm gonna go in with my bronzer, my trusty Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And Light Bronzer is the actual name of it. I'm using this, okay, it's a really old Bare Minerals brush. I honestly couldn't tell you what the name of it is. Going in with my NYX blush in Taupe. It is not a blush. It's a very, very cool toned contour color for me. I'm going in with Physicians Formula Natural Nude highlight. It's very pretty. Just an e.l.f. stippling brush. And swirling them all together and hitting them high points. For blush, I'm going to be taking this Bare Minerals blush brush with NYX Terracotta blush. Alright, now that the rest of the face is done, at this point I would normally go back in with such a structured eye look and re-blend anything that is transferred or disappeared or is shifted or changed in any way. So I understand it's just a little choppy right here, so I'm going in with Paper Tiger and just helping that little area out. And same on this side. I'm also going to be going in with that orange color again and hitting that because some of the pigment got lost. Now for the bottom lash line. So going in with Black Olive from the Faux Blacks line by NYX. I'm just doing that on the outer waterline. give it some darkness. And if I had an orange liner, I would totally put that right here on the inner waterline, but I'm going in with Emerald City by the same line from NYX. Alright, for the lower lash line, I think I'm going to use a little bit more yellow. So I'm going in with Tiki again by Colourpop and starting that on the inner lower lash line area. Sorry for my mirror, it's just every single time I do the lower lash line, I'm out of frame, so this is the only way, I'm sorry. And then going in with Cannonball, that orange color that's on the lid, and putting that in the middle. And back in with Tiki because apparently this guy doesn't want to play well. I think I just decided I'm doing a gradient look, so I'm going in with Paper Tiger and putting that on the next portion. Now using Radikal and putting that right there on the outer part. Now I'm going to go in with Peach Smoothie and kind of blend underneath all of those colors just to make sure they're all blended nicely. I'm going to curl in lashes real quick and then go in with the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara, BRB. For the lower lashes, I'm using the Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. Using the Essence Make Me Brow Fade. These are the Studio Effects Demi Whiskies by Ardell. And I'm going to be using my House of Lashes glue. I feel like I should go in the corner light. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to go in with the Balm's Mary Luminizer with this dual-ended little ItCosmetics brush. It's got like a pencil brush side on one, and then a angled liner brush on the other. I'm just digging that right in there and popping that on the inner corner. I'm going in with, I think this is, Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in Spice. Alright, I'm going in with Kathleen Light's Miami Fever Lipstick by Ofra. I need to get more of these because they're so comfortable. Alright, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching and getting ready with me. If you like this type of video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you like me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
Oh my god.
I love him.